Welcome back to Truth Seekers Tea. My name is Kate and I'm thankful to have you here for today's pick a card reading. Today we're going to be looking at what your person would say to you if they were being completely honest with you, and the messages will probably get into some more subconscious content within your person. So I'd almost like to add what they would say to you if they were really reflecting on themselves and being really honest with you. So there will be a short energy check-in for each pile just to see how you would describe the situation to me, so I can reflect that back to you and hopefully give you a better idea of whether or not the reading is meant for you. There will also be an extended reading for each pile. It's slightly different for each of the readings. So stay tuned for that if you want to go a little deeper into your reading. So there are 3 piles to choose from. For pile number 1, we have the Morgan Greer Tarot with this clear quartz heart. For pile number 2, we have the Neoteric Feminine Tarot with this lapis lazuli point. And for pile number 3, we have Brit's Third Eye Tarot with this blue calcite palm stone. Blue calcite palm stone. So go ahead and take whatever time you need to tune into these piles and to see which energy you're feeling the most drawn to. I've already filmed the piles and I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of similarities between the piles, so you might resonate with more than one pile, and that's totally fine. Whenever Spirit does that, I just assume Spirit knows best and I just go with it. So yeah, I will have the timestamps linked down below. I'll have the extended readings and any other information about me in case you guys are curious. So other than that, I hope you enjoy your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Clear Quartz Heart and the Morgan Greer Tarot, this is going to be your reading where we're looking at what your person would say to you if they were being completely honest. So I do want to start off with a small energy check-in just to see how you currently feel and think about this person, just to give you some clues as to who this person is. Make sure that this is your reading. So please tune me into pile number 1's energy. Who is pile number 1's person to them? How do they think and feel about this person? If they were to tell me about this person, what would they say? Oh, how would pile number 1 describe this person or their dynamic with them? Okay, we have 3 of Cups. We have the Empress. We have the Hierophant in reverse. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. We have the Tower in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse is coming through. I'm gonna take that actually, or it already popped back in. So let's just get one more for how pile number 1 would describe this dynamic with me or to me. The Knight of Cups. And then we have the Nine of Swords here at the back of the deck. Okay, so with the 3 of Cups coming through and the Empress, I was getting a message here that you guys feel like you're sitting in your power with the Empress here. There's a feeling of, there's an energy here where this is someone that I feel is not measuring up to some kind of standard that you know you deserve. It feels like there's an energy of this person not being sure with you. Like there's a feeling of this somewhat of a wishy-washy, not even wishy, it's potentially wishy-washy, but there's a feeling here of like an in and out energy, or someone that is just not measuring up to your standards, someone that maybe is too casual with you, or someone that avoids commitment with the Hierophant in reverse. It's like there's a misalignment of values here. With the Knight of Cups, this person could be someone that is sometimes charming. Like this person comes through as someone that is charming, potentially can even paint a picture with you sometimes of being, this person feels like someone that could charm you in a sense, could charm you, but then it's almost like they paint this picture, or it's like their actions do not align with their words. And it feels like you're sitting in your power to a point where you're kind of unveiling their insincerity in a way. And it feels like this person may be avoiding responsibility here, or maybe avoiding, it's this energy of this person's sort of vibe with this Knight of Cups, maybe working on certain people, but when it comes to you, you're sitting in this Empress energy where you reveal insincerity because you're not needing anything or wanting anything, or you need and want things, but it's like you're not in this devil energy where you're easily charmed, or it's easy for you to, you know, have rose tinted glasses on. Maybe that was a past version of you, but there's a sense here that you've unveiled some kind of a truth just by sitting in your power and not being susceptible to false, you're gonna be aware if someone is not bringing you what you deserve. And I feel like that this is kind of what this person is doing. You may think that this person, yeah, we have Justice in reverse. I do feel like this person maybe is avoiding you because they don't want to own up to some insincerity here. They don't want to own up to the fact that they may have built a tower with you, or it's like the more they face you, the more you reveal things that they don't want to see about themselves. Like, I feel like you kind of are a mirror to this person, and you show this person a lack of, you are difficult for this person's ego because you don't fall for their ego. You don't fall for what they're trying to project out. And you're solid within your values. And because of that, it's like you're not playing this person's game is how it feels. And even if this person isn't intentionally playing a game, it's just that the way they approach relationships seems to be slightly unreliable and sort of in and out and false. And because you're strong in who you are and in your what you want, like you're not gonna what I'm trying to put this into words. It's like you're not gonna let this person control the situation or define the rules. Like, you're not going to play by the rules of this person's game. Like, you have your own value. You have your own values that kind of protect you in this situation. With the Three of Cups here, this person could be someone who you're able to have a really good time with them. I do feel like there could be a shared community with this person. There could be like a friendship even that you have with them, or some sense of camaraderie. But there is also this feeling that it feels like this person is around for a good time and not a long time. And then with the Nine of Swords, you feel like this person is maybe avoiding you because it's like they're avoiding some kind of a conflict right now with you, or they feel like if they did face you, they would have to account for some kind of imbalance in the connection. You may even feel like this person is like more afraid of you than they need to be. But yeah, there's just this feeling here that you do reveal this person's, this person's facade in a way. And they don't want to look at that. And you think that as well. So that's who the person is. Hopefully you have an idea of who this person is. But now we're going to see what they would say to you if they're being completely honest. There will be an extended reading. It will be based on what comes through in this reading, and what it feels like going more into depth with would be helpful for you guys. So stay tuned for that if you guys do really feel like it's your reading and you want to hear more. So Spirit, please tune me in. What would pile number one's person say to them if they were being completely honest with them? We have the Four of Wands in reverse. I'm just heard Sandy's from SpongeBob, like, I want to go home. It's interesting. For pile number one, what would their person say to them if they're being completely honest? With the Nine of Cups in reverse. With the Two of Wands. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Tower. So the Tower's come out twice now. And we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. The Three of Wands. This person knows that you are potentially waiting for something from them. It's like this person would say that they're aware that there is some kind of a imbalance or debt to pay. Or not, that's kind of a different way of putting it, but with the Three of Wands here and the Knight of Swords, they would admit to the fact that they are actively like being avoidant of the connection. They would say with the Four of Wands in reverse that their foundation has been really rocked recently. This person would tell you that they partially avoid you because they know that they can't provide for you or give you what you deserve or what you need. This person has a complex where, okay, they see you as above them. And with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this person sees you as a Queen of Pentacles, but when it's in reverse here, there's almost this energy of this person seeing, maybe being aware of something that you want from a relationship, maybe that you want a commitment or that you want to be treated sort of like a wife, as a wifey material. Like this person does see you that way, but they know also that that's maybe what you're looking for or what you would require. And with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, this person actually feels like they are in like a beggar energy right now. And they feel like they, if anything, would only disrupt your, I'm hearing Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball. This person has they would tell you they have a tendency to kind of create a lot of chaos wherever they go. And there's this energy of lacking stability within their own life and within themselves, where a part of the reason why they don't move forward, or a part of the reason why they're holding back, is because they feel that you wouldn't really truly want them. Like if they were to actually open up and be vulnerable with you, they really believe that you would not really like what you see. And so it's like this person has that sort of like, you know, that charming energy, and maybe like this in and out energy, or this energy of being there for a good time, not a long time, because they feel like that's the only way they can kind of connect without causing chaos in your life or promising too much. This person, and maybe they have somewhat like overpromised, but there's this sense of a void. Okay, there's a couple things coming through. This person is aware that there is an imbalance in the connection, and that they can only connect with you in a way that sort of compromises, that kind of takes from you. This person's in a taker energy. And so there's this feeling here of them saying, I can't be what you want. I can't be the support that you want. I can't give you a strong foundation. And with the Two of Wands here, especially if this person did make it seem like there was some potential, or if they led you on in any capacity, like this person's almost saying that like that is a tower in itself. Like this person does build towers, and I feel like they don't follow through, or there's this lack of reliability that really stems from this person's own lack of stability and self-sabotage. This person would admit to the fact that they do self-sabotage a lot in their life. And there is this energy of them wanting to tell you that they do see you as high value. They do see you as someone that deserves the real thing, that deserves, you know, this Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands for me being like almost like a home or a community, or even like marriage, a sense of they're being promised for the future, for a balanced connection, for a give and take. This person is not in a give and take energy, and so they would just say that they would admit to the fact that they do bring a lot of chaos because they may like to be in their imagination, or they may like to sort of project what, like I'm looking at like this crystal ball that this man's holding, and it's like this person can see a lot of potential futures, and maybe he sometimes, or he or she acts on that, but it's very short-lived. It's sort of in this like idealization or planning stage where it doesn't really have a lot of substance or earth energy to back it up. I just think that this person sort of lacks that. And I feel like this person with the Nine of Cups in reverse as well, it's coming through that they feel that they would disappoint you, but they also, there's a self-sabotage where if you are something that they do want, like they may need to level up, or they may need to make different decisions in their life that are better for them. But there's an energy here of not really being willing to do that, or self-sabotaging, like almost thinking that they can't level up, or that they can't be what you need. So then they act accordingly instead of, you know, going like, oh, pile number one is someone I'd really like to have in my life. Like what towers what do I need to rebuild in my life? How can I be more authentic and genuine and solid? What do I need to change? You know, like what do I need to look at that isn't really based in truth in my life? And what ego deaths do I need to have? Like there's an energy of that. And this person almost knowing that I'm getting this energy of, you know, who's coming through my mind right now is Jet, like from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And if you guys have seen that, you'll know what I'm talking about. But just for those of you that haven't seen it, there's this guy that like Katara, who's like one of the main female characters. He's like this, essentially supposed to be like this freedom fighter. And he really sells this picture of like honor and, you know, fighting for the good and taking down like the bad guys, things like that. But at some point, like there's this tower moment where Katara realizes that Jet, you know, doesn't really have the best morals, or is doing things that she would not approve of in a sense. And so there's this shattered image of who Jet was, because she was like really into him essentially. And once the truth was kind of revealed, it just all fell apart. And, you know, he didn't have those values that aligned with her. He really charmed her as well. You know, like she was really like kind of had rose-tinted glasses looking at him. And once you see what's behind it, there's sort of an uglier energy, or an energy that if you saw in the first place, you wouldn't have been interested in. And so there's almost this energy like that with like the Two of Wands, where like, for example, with Jet, it's like, he just sells this image of what he's all about and like what he wants to do and what he wants to create. And it sounds amazing. It sounds like he wants to create peace and wants to fight for the underdogs, but he actually uses violence and acts like an oppressor in the end. And so long story short, which I know a lot of you guys do not want the long explanations for things, but you guys, the way I channel, the way I know my information is accurate is through metaphors. And so that's how I really know that I'm like tuned in. And so I definitely understand like the feedback of being more concise, which I definitely will work on. But I do just want to say that I can't not do that. And it wouldn't be an accurate reading if I didn't pull from what I'm downloading. And that's that, you know? So I just wanted to kind of address that. But I know there's probably a ton of you that are going to be like, no, like don't change the way you do anything. And trust me, like I take the feedback, but I'm not going to change like the foundation of how I read, because that's literally how I read. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's completely fine. You know, you don't have to be here if you don't want to be here. So anyways, though, so what would they want to say? They would admit, so if they were being completely honest with you, they would admit that they're not really who they say they are, or that they have a lot of work to do on themselves that they don't really want you to see. They feel like they can really only be with you if they paint this image of being exactly what you want, but they feel like if they get too invested or if they like really kind of get vulnerable and open with you, you're going to see past the facade. And that's something that this person doesn't want, essentially. So let's get some oracle cards now, and we'll also pull some message cards. And with the Knight of Swords here, I'm also kind of getting like the Cowardly Lion, where it's like, it's just like all bark and no bite. And so with the Knight of Swords here, it's like this person could seem like they, I don't know, could come off very like passionate or like sure of themselves and kind of have this initial, you know, allure to them. But it's like with it in reverse, there's almost this sense of like, as much as they can kind of show this passionate side to them, or this side that seems put together or sure, or like they really try to hide the part of them that's insecure or vulnerable. They really hide their shadow. And when they're feeling threatened or when they don't want to be revealed, this part of them that used to be so like what they use to be charming, it flips to them completely avoiding responsibility and running away. They would say, don't expect a lot from me. Like they would say that I don't really have what you want. And I'm actually like ashamed of, you know, the way I portray things. And this person would also admit to the fact that they know what you want. They know what you deserve. That it's not this person isn't aware of your value. It's that, yeah, with Go the Distance just kind of coming out like at the back of the deck. Like there's just this feeling of not really being able to back up what image they project. Like there's this feeling of them giving up or running away instead of having endurance and perseverance. Yeah, we have Imagine. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at these, but it's like with Imagine here, there is this energy like of it being more in reverse though, where it's like this person may be like an armchair astronaut, or it's like they could say like a lot of what they're about, but then they're not really in a position to, you know, make any of that a reality. So what else? Can you clarify this energy, Spirit, please? For pile number 1. We have Happy in the reverse. We have Higher Power. We have Bless in reverse. Then we have To Be Fair in reverse. Okay. Yeah, with community, you definitely like could have some kind of like a shared community with this person, some kind of camaraderie through that. But what I'm seeing here is like there's an energy of this person taking shortcuts. So with Happy and Blessed in reverse, there's this sense here that this person tries to get what they want without really paying the dues. And even in a spiritual sense, like it's almost like kind of trying to do things in a way where it's like you haven't really earned, yeah, they see you as a blessing, and they see you as, see, I'm noticing where I don't finish my sentences. It's because I'm channeling, and it's like, it comes in so quick that it's hard sometimes, but I will try to be better with that. But, with happy, and blessed in reverse, this person sees you as a blessing, and this energy overall is this vibe of trying to finesse or get what you want in a way that isn't like above board, or in a way that isn't really authentic. And it's kind of like, for example, if you guys are spiritual, it's like you guys know how much work you've had to put into yourself, how much healing you've had to do to attract blessings into your life. And it requires work. It requires vulnerability. It requires authenticity and getting closer to yourself and facing the things you need to face, and being honest and fair, right? Like having integrity is really what this person lacks. Integrity is what I'm getting at. And they see you as someone with this higher power here. They would tell you that they really see how you shine. And they really want to be on your level. They want some of what you have. They want that. They want that sense of support from you as well. If they were honest, it's like they kind of want some of your blessings. And this is also like just them being attracted to your light. With, to be fair, in reverse, without really putting in the work to receive that, or to be worthy of it, to be an equal with you. It's like they don't really do that. And so, yeah, with blessing in reverse here, this card is just talks about how, you know, I'm gonna read you the reverse because it's the energy of this person. And it's like they try to run away before this truth is, settled. They try to run away from this truth that I'm about to read. So it says, humility is called for now, as grace is an unearned gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. To be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. In a way, you've hit rock bottom, and what is required now is nothing less than total surrender. Then you'll be blessed. And so, yeah, it says, you didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. It's about learning to work with a higher power. And really how you do that is something that this person would explain. I don't know if they're super conscious of this, but if they were being honest and could articulate, I think that they would say that they see the way you shine. They see you being tuned into this higher power and maybe blessed right now in your life with the Empress coming through for your energy as well in the energy check. They want that same light. They want to be in that higher connection. And they have to realize they need to learn from you and do the work themselves. Like they can't, it's this energy of wanting to gain the benefits of your light by being close to you and hoping that that's going to connect them to their own light. And it's like, yes, it can inspire them, but it's realizing that they have the key to their own happiness and their own connection with the higher power and blessings and being on your karmic path. And so I just feel like there's this energy here of this person really not, when things fall apart or come to this tower, or when there's a moment where the facade is broken, or a situation in their life completely falls apart because it's time for them to really surrender and change their way of being, this person runs away from it. And so instead of learning those lessons, this person really runs away from them. And it's like they're still chasing this higher connection with spirit in a way, but they're not really getting it. They're not really, they're not realizing that chasing shiny things and chasing other people's light, and they have to cultivate that within. And that's something that they have not done. And until they do that, they'll always be in this imbalanced energy. There's two scales in reverse here. And so it just really indicates that because they don't have their own source that they are channeling from, or not channeling from, but when you're connected to spirit, you really emit your own light. Let's say your own light. And it's this abundance energy of blessings. And it's not just in the form of money, but it's in the form of love and how much love you really are able to give and receive. And there's this feeling here of this person needing to cultivate their own light for themselves. So they make decisions from that place. And it just feels like they don't do that for themselves. And also with community here, I am getting this energy where this, if they were being really honest, there is this energy of them taking a lot from those around them. And the 9 of Pentacles in reverse almost came out. And so I do think that this person would admit to the fact that they really rely on the people around them, or they kind of limit their own growth and ability because there's this feeling of like mooching off of other people or relying on other people's support more than they are a support for other people. So yeah. Okay, let's get into some message cards now. And I think they create sort of a lot of burden for the people around them. I'm also getting this message of this person almost like craving being unhappy. They have an ego identity around like victimhood or like self-sabotage, or just not really letting themselves be happy or not believing that they can be happy on the flip side of everything. It's this energy of not seeing that they are actually a big part of why they aren't able to create the happiness that they think they're looking for. You know, it's this energy of not seeing how to really create happiness and doing self-sabotaging things to kind of stay in this victim energy where they don't create their own happiness, essentially. It's like this person kind of craves tower moments or craves chaos in their life because it keeps them in this identity of, I don't have anything to give. And I think they're afraid of their own power if they really did, you know, stand up or start working on themselves, start looking at their patterns of why certain things continue to happen. Yeah, okay. So what would pile number one's person say to them if they were being honest? I'm leaving a karmic connection behind. I think this person has a lot of karmic energy around them. And I don't know if they're leaving it behind, but I do think it's admitting that they have a lot of karma even to leave behind before they could really be open to a higher vibration. It says, we're healing and learning with all of this. I love you more than you know. Please be patient. I don't trust myself. I wish things were different. Yeah, and so with I love you more than you know, I do think this person in their own way, like, really does look at you like a light, does look at you as an embodiment of love, honestly. It's like they love you because you love you. And you have such a bright light, and there's this energy here of like them thinking that they may like have love for you, but I do almost feel like they're more attracted to the love that you emit. And with I wish things were different, there's this energy of always kind of being like, well, blaming it on circumstances in a way, or being like, if things were different, you know, I would come through for you, or it's kind of like they blame certain circumstances, it feels. We're healing and learning with all of this. I feel like this person is needing to heal and learn with all of this. But yeah, with please be patient, I don't trust myself. I feel like this person would admit to the fact that they definitely don't trust themselves. They definitely don't trust that they will be able to show up for you in a way that's fair. Yeah, and I think they would want you to know it's not you. Like, there is a strong energy of this person being aware that they have healing and learning to do. They have karma to work through. And if the circumstances in their mind were different, they would be able to show up in a better way. But in reality, through what I'm picking up on, it's more that if they were actually willing to heal and learn and leave their karma behind, they could be in a much better position. That would change things for themselves. Like, they need to kind of get out of a cycle of self-destruction and not seeing that they have more ability to create something better than they realize. So for the extended reading, I want to look at how this person views you. We're also going to look at how they feel about you. Oops. Okay, that just popped up. We need to let each other go. I know exactly what I was doing. Okay. Yeah, so we'll look at how they view you and what their honest feelings for you are right now. And then we will also get you some guidance on the connection. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll have it linked in the description box. Thank you to everyone that does support me through extended readings. I really do appreciate it. For now, I don't know if I believe that they're not going to follow through, or knowing that they try to kind of get something that they don't fully, that they know they can't afford. There's almost this energy like that. It's like they know they can't afford it, but they try to get a deal almost in the beginning. And then it's like, as more time goes on, the tower kind of comes through and this person kind of runs away and goes, oh, we need to let each other go. I'm not available. I can't do it, you know, due to circumstances, or, you know, whatever. What else for file number 1? I don't know what you want. And for me, that's coming through as, I don't know if I can give you what you want, or like, what do you want? I'm afraid to know what you want because I am afraid to step up. I don't know if I can give you that. Okay, we have, I don't know if I can even like put this out here, but we have, I feel the sexual tension, if you guys know what I mean, the sexual tension. I wish I could take my words back. So this person may have some regrets for the way that they handled things with you. I feel so drawn to you. Yeah, they feel very drawn to your light, 100%. But they don't think they can afford you, like, not monetarily, just like energetically, spiritually. Will you ever make things right? That's interesting. Yeah, and so this person could even be prone to like blaming other people, or thinking that, almost like projecting onto you that you're not being fair with them, or this person really does avoid accountability for, you know, how they could be better. And so they do have a tendency to put the responsibility on others. And it could even be like, for example, if some of you guys like put a boundary with this person, or were really honest with them, like you didn't really put up with their BS, like they may have taken that as an insult to them, or they may have taken that as like being unfair, or like you are, you know, they might like blame you for having proper boundaries, for having proper standards, you know, and then be like, oh, well, it was actually you that hurt the situation, or it's you that shut this down. So that's what I'm getting for you guys, pile number 1. I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope it resonated. If it did, hit the like button, leave a comment if you are able to, subscribe if you want to see more pick a card readings from this channel. It's been an honor to read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon. And I will see those of you that are joining me in the extended there. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Lapis Lazuli Crystal Point, this is going to be your reading where we're looking at what your person would say to you if they were being completely honest with you. Also, if you guys chose the Neoteric Feminine Tarot, forgot to say that. So let's get into it. So for pile number 2, oh, I forgot, for this reading, I am going to be doing a quick energy check-in just to see how you would describe this person or situation to me, so I can reflect that back to you, and hopefully it can give you a better idea of whether or not this is your reading. So before we get into it, Spirit, please do me into pile number 2's energy. How are they feeling and thinking about this person and the situation? How are they feeling and thinking about this person, the situation? How is pile number 2 perceiving the situation, thinking and feeling about this person? Give them more context to make sure this is their reading. All right, we have the 3 of Wands in reverse. We have the 4 of Swords in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so first off, what's coming through? Okay, 8 of Cups here. I don't think I need to go too much further. I'm picking up on a situation that it's like this person isn't. There's a sense of disappointment here, and feeling like this person, you're not getting what you wanted out of the situation, out of the connection. With the 3 of Wands in reverse, there's this feeling of waiting for something from this person. It could be like a message or for things to progress with this person, but feeling like it's not coming in, or what you anticipated isn't going according to plan, or what you would have ideally wanted to see in this connection for it to progress. With the 4 of Swords in reverse, it makes me feel like this situation, if anything, has been somewhat draining to you mentally. Like, I feel like when you get caught up thinking about this person, it drains a lot of your energy, and it kind of takes away from your own, and just like looking at this, like, this gives me like a self-care kind of a vibe. And it's almost like, it's like this person's energy disrupts your stability in a way, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse as well. And so there's also a feeling of this person not providing you the stability that you need in order to feel like stable in a situation with this person. And with the 8 of Cups here, it's like there's just this energy of maybe losing hope a little bit on this situation, and kind of like debating making the decision as to whether or not you should just walk away if this isn't going to bring you what you are looking for. And so there is this sense of disappointment and an overall feeling of maybe even like wasted time, or just like wasted energy, or just wishing that you would have known earlier on to not like get invested in this, or it's like you wish you kind of knew that earlier. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for this situation. So hopefully you know who this person is. Let's get into now what they would say to you if they're being completely honest, and hopefully we can clarify anything that you need to hear. What would pile number 2's person say to them if they were being completely honest? And we'll be pulling message cards as well, along with oracle cards. And we will be doing an extended reading. So anything that makes sense to go into more deeply is what I will be doing. So it might be different for each pile of the topic. So if you really feel like this is your reading and you want to go deeper into it, I'll have the extended link in the description box. And I'll figure out the topic a little bit closer to the end of the reading. So for pile number 2's person, what would they say if they were completely honest? We have the Ace of Wands. Okay, I just need to get something to cover this card. Okay, but we have the Devil in reverse. Then we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. What would pile number 2's person say to them if they were being completely honest? What song is coming into my head right now is get like that song that raps really fast. It's like get away, da-da-da, never gonna stop me. I know that I can be a little, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. And I'm gonna get it and again. You know that song? That's just coming through. So, okay. Okay, so it's kind of coming through like this person has this energy that I don't know if this person's living their life sort of in the fast lane, or if it feels like if they were honest, they would tell you that their values or like what they're looking for is kind of more ego based. And with the Ace of Wands here, it's like there's this passionate energy coming through. Yeah, we have Temperance here in reverse. Like I feel like this person is not super stable, or I feel like when they're going into connections, they would honestly tell you that they're not thinking about the long term. They're not thinking about like happily ever after. They're more just, they're very short term with their energy. And with the Ten of Cups in reverse, this energy is coming through a little bit like F-boy like, because with the Devil in reverse, there's almost this sense that this person thinks that by not thinking about the future or being more invested, that they're not gonna be like tied down or chained down. So there is this sense of like this person almost being in that sort of toxic masculine energy of, I randomly just saw like such a short clip, like it was so random, but I don't even know what it was for. And I don't, it might've been on TikTok or something, like an ad for a movie. And it could have even been like a Hallmark-esque movie, but it was like more for like teenage situation. But there was like this scene where they were talking about Pride and Prejudice. And like, there was this guy that was saying that love isn't real, and it's really just something to get like your needs met, or like physiological needs met, and it's something you can turn on and off at any time. And then the girl was like just the opposite of that. So it was kind of like that energy of like the guy that is very, you know, thinks that love doesn't exist, or isn't going to be sucked into that, or like isn't going to be sucked into you know, love is like a trap or something. What else would they say if they're being honest? Okay, yeah, Ten of Pentacles in reverse also, then the Hangman. And the Hangman in reverse here, again, is speaking to this energy where this person is like, I'm not slowing down. Like, I'm not, this person also, they would say that they have a very fixed mindset in regards to like the future. With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse. And for me, these cards really speak to, in this situation especially, like a person's mindset towards that energy. And with the Hangman, it's like there's this energy, this person being like, I'm not gonna like daydream and like make sacrifices or surrender to a traditional way, or sort of like subscribing to a happily ever after. It's like this person's like, I live my life in a way that where I get to go move as I please. And it's sort of, and I'm just seeing this city in the background here with the Ace of Wands. And it's kind of giving me that energy of like bright lights and like city lights, and sort of like more like keeping things more shallow or superficial. And I feel like it actually comes from this like a deep-seated belief with this person. And I'm getting this message that it's like they may have had like divorced parents, or they may have just had like a situation that has kind of made them resent commitment, or resent putting their heart into that. And so it could be something to do with their parents, or it even could be like someone who at one point got their heart broken, and or like they feel like they sacrificed a lot for a more traditional situation, or something that would be more long-term, something you'd invest in. And like kind of like I'm getting like the American dream, or like the sort of just like getting married, having kids, settling down, being like a part of the community, stuff like that. There's kind of this energy of this person maybe like almost having like a rebellious energy towards that, where it's like, it's coming through as like a rebellious teenager kind of an energy. And so if they were honest with you, they would say that this is why, like this is their truth. And they would tell you that they are not really if that's something that you're looking for, like they're very like against that. And it's almost also this energy of like, if someone tried to hold them to that expectation, there is kind of like, I don't love the energy. It's a little bit like, I don't know, kind of cocky, you know, where it's like, no girl is going to, or woman, and it's coming through like that. I mean, it could be like an F girl too, if you guys are male, but it's coming through in that energy of like sort of running away from intimacy. And it's really coming through as a fear of enmeshment, where it's like this energy of almost feeling like intimacy is a trap, or intimacy is something that, you know, comes with like manipulation. And so there's kind of this projection onto anyone that tries to get intimate with them, like emotionally, or tries to have a higher level of commitment with this person. They project onto that person their attachment style and like their beliefs. And so they can easily project onto you that, you know, your intentions aren't pure, or it's like if you are trying to like chain them down or something, or you're trying to control them, it's like there's this fear of being controlled that they have. And so this person has a lot of blocks around intimacy and commitment. And this is what they would say if they were honest and, you know, self-aware enough to say that. But I think more of what they would say if they're being honest, they would say things that would like, I think, hurt your feelings, honestly. Or I just feel like it would really change your viewpoint of this person. Like, I feel like you would kind of just think this person was like an a-hole. Like, okay, like, I don't know. Yeah. And just with the Ace of Wands here, just feels like this person's thinking more with the downstairs situation than the upstairs. What else would pile number two's person say to you if they're being, what pile number two's person say if they're being completely honest? We have the Two of Swords. Then we have Strength in reverse. And for me, this is like this ego. We have Six of Pentacles here as well at the back of the deck. Yeah. This person has issues around giving. There's an energy of being afraid of people expecting too much of them. They would also say that they have a lot of fear around long-term investment. They would say they have like an ego response. They act from a place that's very like biased within their views. Like, I feel like this is someone that would look down upon like a man that is like putting their family first or something. It's like there's just this kind of ego energy around it. There's a strong ego coming through for sure. Let me clarify the Two of Swords here. Okay, so with the Two of Swords, they would say that they don't know what they want. And I feel like this person could use that sort of as a way to prevent intimacy. This person could have air in their chart. We also have Pisces energy, but and then Capricorn as well. So those could be Leo here too with Strength. So those signs could be relevant. You might even have Pisces in your chart. And this person might have more like Earth or, actually, I mean, this person definitely could have fire with the Ace of Wands here too. But with the Two of Swords, I feel like this person takes on this mindset of like, you can never know. There's sort of a pessimistic mindset where it's like, since I can't know for sure that things are going to turn out in my favor, like if I were to commit to something or if I were to move towards a situation in a more grounded and like long-term way, like this person almost projects onto others that they're like foolish or that they are like almost seeing through rose-tinted glasses. But I feel like this person, if anything, is seeing through like the opposite of rose-tinted glasses, where they kind of have a more cynical outlook, where there's like the kind of a jaded energy with it. But it's like with the Two of Swords here, there's just this energy of like, you never know. Like there's this energy of this person saying like, I could easily change my mind. Like I want to have the ability to change my mind. Or this person is not a decisive energy where it's like, they don't know what they want. And because they don't know exactly what they want, number one, they don't know what they want for the long term. So that's something they would say. but they also would say, they wouldn't say this, but I'm just kind of getting this energy. If they were aware of this and they were honest, this is what they would say also, is that they kind of use indecisiveness or a sense of the fact that we can never know what's going to happen as an excuse to not like build towards something positive, you know, or like have goals in the emotional realm or like with other people. There's almost just this sense of since relationships and dealing with other people and emotions are not like clear cut, it's almost this energy of why would I put my investment into it and like get tangled in that if this person really can overthink as well, is what I'm getting. Like this person very much intellectualizes their emotions and does not feel comfortable sitting in their emotional body. And so they would also just say that they have like a lot of conflicting situations as to why they can't, or like it's going to be different for everyone, but there's almost this sense of I don't know how to put it. It's just like being indecisive as, or just almost acting like there's no solution or there's no path forward, but it's like kind of a place they're comfortable in, you know? Like most people, if they're in the Two of Swords energy, they don't want to be in that place because it's a place where it's like hard to make a decision. Then it's hard to move forward. It's hard to know what to do. But I feel like this person kind of likes being in that position, so then they don't have to do anything or they don't have to face the situation. And I feel like this person can be very avoidant of any sign. Like this person would say, in all honesty, like I have very little capacity to communicate, really. I mainly connect through people through passion and through this like Ace of Wands energy. And so if you connected to me in that way, like beyond that kind of a connection, I don't really know, I don't feel comfortable like with any conversation like that. And my ego is actually going to get activated. And I'm actually going to like project something onto you that like maybe you're being needy or something. Like this is someone that will like project onto someone else that they're being needy. Yeah. Okay. Let's get some oracle cards now. There's just this energy of like, no one's going to change my mind also. Like, I'm hearing the song, I don't want to fall in love. No, I don't want to fall in love. And so there's kind of this, like all those songs that kind of talk about like, I'm not going to fall in love, or like love is like not for me, is kind of coming through for this person's energy. Can we clarify what pile number 2's person would say to them if they're being completely honest? We have blessed. We have loyal heart. Then we have milk and honey at the back of the deck. So there's an energy here also of this person. They would say to you that like when they don't think, okay, so the 10 of Cups in reverse, there's also this element coming through of this person not really believing that the universe has their back, not really believing that they don't see the purpose with this loyal heart card. It's like, you have this loyal heart, right? And I feel like this person doesn't see the purpose in that, or the fact that there is like that love matters. Like, and I'm even hearing, this is so interesting, but like, it's kind of giving me this energy of like, God is not dead. Like, I feel like this person has that energy. And so like with the loyal heart here, it's like this person almost thinks that it's foolish to open your heart in that way, or it's foolish to like to be like, it's kind of like vulnerability is weakness or kindness is weakness. And I do feel like at some point this person maybe has been betrayed or had their had their trust betrayed. But with blessed here, there's almost just this feeling of it's not for me, or I'm not the person. Like, I don't believe that you can just be blessed with this like loyal situation. So they also have trust issues is what's coming through. Yeah, let me see if there's anything, because these cards are upright, but I'm getting, okay, let me see. Yeah, so it says honest devotion, faithfulness, and a loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you as loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitments and trusting in divine protection. Like, I think this person's having a hard time with this principle. So again, honest devotion, faithfulness, a loyal heart. And like when that's being shown to them and like there's a blessing in front of them, are you loyal in return? Like, no, like they don't really trust that energy. And I feel like with the milk and honey card, it's like this person, because they don't really believe in patience, and like they don't believe that the universe will reward them. And so instead they're taking pleasure and rewards where they can get it. And it's coming through with this 51 card as the card in reverse. So it says, a nameless ease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape what's really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly, before the feelings return and you need to re-up until you're exhausted. Feeling worse than before, you may continue struggling, or you may see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care. If you can, do so before you engage in behaviors you will regret later. You're so loved and cared for. Feel love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing. That's all that counts right now. And I feel like this person's running away from their pain through trying to have these instant gratification sort of situations. And it's almost this energy of not wanting to change that. And an energy of it's like asking an addict to, it's in the same way like an addict doesn't want to stop using, even though they know logically that for the long term it would be better for them. But they've kind of given up on that. They've given up on, and if anyone, like, I'm very sensitive to that issue, but it can come through where I think at the end of the day, when with an addict, there is sort of this sense of like having, you know, surrendered to that and kind of given up on the straight and narrow path, having given up on, you know, having faith and compassion for yourself and actually working on your wounds rather than sort of escaping them. And I feel like this person is caught up in that energy. And they may very well be struggling with letting go of certain like bad behaviors. Doesn't have to be substance or anything, but you know, people can really be addicted to anything. All right, so what would pile number 2's person say then? We're gonna get some message cards now. I need to work on my shadows. You are the best thing to ever happen to me. And so another thing is that this person also at their very core does not believe that they are worthy of you. And I think if anything, you do trigger them because of the fact that you are a blessing and you bring this abundant energy. It actually highlights their shadows. And it's giving that energy of like the closer you are to the light, the bigger your shadows are, or the more you can see your shadow. And so I think when you show this person another way of being, or you even just embody a different way of being, it triggers this person because it shows them where they could, you show them a different path. And although it's beautiful, when someone doesn't like really want to look at their shadows or want to change, it's really hard for them to deal with that. And so I feel like instead with the strength here, it's like at the end of the day, and I think this person, in all honesty, if they were like getting like, I'm literally just hearing if this person was really drunk and they were talking to you, I feel like they would say like, you know, I'm like an idiot and like, you're so special. And I feel like this person could even like love bomb you in some sense, but I feel like there's also this energy of like, there's an ego front, but underneath the ego front is this sort of energy of like, I know that I'm like the worst, and like a lot of self-hatred, and this energy of I'm just terrified, I'm scared, like you're too good for me. Like I feel like this person would say all those things if they were in a state where they weren't trying to be in their ego. Or like I feel like when people can drink, it's almost like their inhibitions or like sort of the mask that they're wearing. If this person's mask came off, they would say that like you make them happy, and also they weren't expecting to be confronted with more. Like I think this person is very used to like short-term connections, or used to like not really having any feelings or there being any deeper content to the situation, but they would say that you trigger them because they weren't expecting for that element to be triggered. And I do feel like you show this person a lot of those kinds of shadows. This is a little bit similar to pile number 1. You might have messages there. What else would pile number 2's person say? And it's so interesting because it's like, what I was reading at first is really this person's like ego and their energy that they're in. And it's like, if this person slows down and like starts to tune into their heart, starts to tune into their intuition, they do feel in their heart how special you are, and you do kind of show them this alternative way of being, or this path that they could walk down, but it requires them letting go of bad behavior, short-term gratification. And I think this person doesn't want to do that, and so they even feel like they're caught in a rock and a hard place, because they don't, when it comes down to it, they don't really feel like they have the strength or the deservingness to really have what they want. And I think at the end of the day, when they don't really believe that they can have what they truly want, they settle for the short-term gratification situation. Oh, and I'm hearing, I am so lonely, I have nobody. So at the end of the day, this person's lonely. And so it's like they have this front of, you know, being the man, or like being the person that like doesn't need anyone, doesn't care for love. But at the end of the day, there is also like this like self-loathing loneliness, or like this truth that they are lonely, and they, you know, they have abandoned a part of themselves, and you do connect with their heart. All right, what else? Let's get a couple more messages. I'm emotionally unavailable right now. Yeah. And I think that's like the core of the issue, you know? I don't think this person is really at all in touch with their emotions. What else from pile number 2's person? I miss you and I want to see you soon. Then I hope the future will bring us together. So I think at the end of the day, this person does see you as okay. It's like on a deep level, they do know that you are special, and in their heart, if they were less emotionally unavailable, this person misses you. They feel the loss of you in their life, or if there is any distance or lack of communication between you, in all honesty, they are lonely and they do miss you. But there's all of this on top of that. You know, there's all what we've been talking about on top of that. And so, yeah, I feel like there's one layer of what they'd say if they're in their ego. There's one layer of what they'd say if they were like somehow taking their mask off. But I don't see this person wanting to take their mask off. So let's see. So in the extended reading, let's tune more deeply into this person's feelings for you. Like, I do want to see how they feel about you underneath the ego. I want to look at how this person views you. And then I want to see if there's any potential for the future of this connection. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll have it linked down below. Thank you to everyone who supports me through the extended readings, but other ways to support are just hitting the like button, leaving a comment, and subscribing if you guys do want to see more pick a card readings. Other than that, thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose Brit's Third Eye Tarot in this blue calcite palm stone, this is going to be a reading where we're looking at what your person would say to you if they were being completely honest with you. So let's tune in. First, we're going to do a quick energy check-in. I usually do this, but I stopped doing it in my recent videos, and I miss doing this because I feel like it's helpful for you guys so you can feel sure that it is your reading and just avoid any excessive confusion while you're listening. So, Spirit, please tune me into what pile number 3 currently is thinking and feeling about this person. How would they describe this connection, how they're thinking and feeling about it right now? How would they describe it to me from their perspective? Assuming the collective of pile number 3. Okay. What are pile number 3's current thoughts and feelings about this person? We're going to be tuning into. All right, we have Death. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Fool in reverse. We have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. I feel like for this reading today, a lot of like somewhat disappointing situations are coming through, and so it could just be that like the collective right now is needing some closure, or I guess this title could attract situations where the person is not communicating super well. And I'm definitely getting that this person, I feel like with the Fool in reverse, I feel like this person has made you feel like a fool or like has really disappointed you. I feel like this is someone you really offered your heart to. And with the Three of Swords here and the Three of Cups, like this could be a third party situation. For some of you, it could be that. But for others, it could be the fact that this person maybe took the situation a lot more casually. Like, whereas I'm getting with this Ace of Cups here, it just feels like you had this very open-hearted, very genuine, and like very abundant. Like, it's not even just the Ace of Cups. Like, there's a ton of cups here, and it feels like you got your heart broken. With the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, Ace of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Tower, yeah. Okay, I definitely feel like this is a situation with someone where they could have love bombed you, or they could have with the Knight of Cups in reverse, yeah, like kind of been a schmoozer, or like someone that promised more or seemed a lot more promising in the beginning, and then their actions did not come through. This is a similar energy to other piles, but it's really coming through like pretty intensely in this pile, like where I feel like you really put your, what's it called? Like put your eggs in this basket, and you're feeling like left out in the cold by this person. And yeah, with the Three of Cups here, it just makes you feel like you weren't like important to them. Yeah, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Page of Pentacles in reverse is a pretty unreliable energy, and it's a very immature energy, and someone that didn't come through in a reliable way. And so with Death here, I feel like this could be someone that you're trying to move on from, or someone that you're being kind of forced to move on from, and kind of forced to see the reality of the situation. Yeah, it's like you could have taken a chance on this person, or just like wanted this to be a new beginning, or really wanted this to, you expected it to be something much different than what it turned out to be. And I think you're definitely feeling pretty hurt by this person. And yeah, I'm just getting this energy of like, I gave you my heart and you like literally stabbed the sword through it. And like, now I just feel foolish and kind of like left out in the cold, and like there's nothing left for me to do besides just move on and like let go of this connection. But yeah, this is someone who's definitely disappointed you and like honestly really hurt your heart, like really turned out to be something that you didn't expect. So hopefully that gives you an idea of who this person is. So now we're gonna see what they would say to you if they were being completely honest with you. Curious to see this. So what would pile number 3's person say if they're being completely honest? What would pile number 3's person say to them if they're being completely honest with them? We have the Hermit. We have Justice in reverse. Okay, this person would say that they're hiding from you. Yeah, the 4 of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Like there's an energy here of like this person, they would admit that they're intentionally avoiding you or hiding from you because they know that there's been some kind of injustice or imbalance in the connection. They're avoiding accountability. They would say that if they were being honest. They would say like, I'm afraid to face you because I know I've done something wrong. I know that, yeah, they know that they've done something wrong. Yeah, we have the Devil here in reverse. Oh, pile number 3's person say to them if they're being completely honest. The 7 of Pentacles. Okay, they would say that they're trying to work on themselves. I am getting this energy of this person. Okay, there is a part of them that is slightly avoiding you, but there is also a part of them that is aware of what they need to let go of in order to be a more reliable person. And I feel like with the Hermit here, this is coming off as someone that like, this almost feels like a slightly more evolved version of the earlier piles, because it's like this person is aware. So also, sorry, I have to finish my sentences. I'm like now noticing it so much, but I do have ADHD, so it's just a struggle in the club in my mind. But this person has been living a life where they've been pretty reckless with their decisions, and I feel like they have not been close with themselves. Like I feel like they've been using a lot of distractions in their life and a lot of short-term situations to get gratification. But I feel like they would tell you that they're aware that they do need to spend time almost in timeout. This person would say that they feel like they're in timeout, but they feel like they deserve it. So I don't know if some of you guys have like cut this person off or kind of told them, you know, like that you're fed up with them, or that you may have drawn a line with this person. And I feel like this person feels shameful. They do feel guilt. They do feel shame, and they do feel like they need to work on themselves. They would admit that. What else would pile number 3's person say? Yeah, and yeah, we have the Empress and then the 5 of Wands. King of Pentacles in reverse, back of the deck. And with the Devil in reverse, it's like really interesting because it's like there's this person like looking in the mirror. And so I really do feel like there's this energy of this person in this situation getting a hard look at themselves in the mirror for losing the opportunity with you, and like for being immature also. Like I feel like this person acted very immaturely with you, and just we have the Empress here, and so this person would say that I just heard they done effed up. Like this person knows they effed up with you, that you did not get what you deserve from the situation. And I also feel like this is someone, I feel like this is someone who can be very defensive as well about what they need to change. And there is this essence here that they they recognize that they need to make a change. Like, that's the biggest message I would get, that there's really no excuse for their behavior. And they would admit that they have a tendency to avoid accountability, maybe through being like very defensive and like sort of arguing their point or something, or like just not taking accountability. But with the Empress here, this person would say that you're like an incredibly beautiful like soul, and you're someone that deserves so much more than what they have given you. And they know that they wasted your time. And they know they don't have an argument. Like, there's this energy here of them saying that like they have a tendency to just argue no matter what, or just try to get their point across. But in this situation, they know they're in timeout for a reason. Like this person is kind of recognizing that all their tactics that they maybe usually would try to pull in order to not take accountability is not going to work in the situation. And with the King of Pentacles here, in reverse, I'm getting this is like an immature energy. Like, this is someone that really needs to get their like life together in a way, or needs to get they're not where they need to be at the age that they're at in regards to their emotional and relational abilities and the way they connect. I feel like this person can be selfish at times and slightly immature, and I feel like they've actually hurt someone that's just at a higher like not like better, but it's just someone that's more evolved to a point where it's just really causing them to look in the mirror about some of their behavior. And so we have Virgo energy, we have Libra, Capricorn coming through, and you're really teaching this person that they can't like kind of get away with this behavior if they. And I'm hearing the term play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And I feel like this person could have played games with you, or just like, I feel like this person really fumbled your heart, and they are now in timeout. They're in self-reflection about that. I want to get some clarifier. Yeah, and the 10 of Wands here, it's like taking responsibility for this kind of stuff. Why is the 5 of Wands here? Okay, we have the 4 of Wands. This person would want to tell you that, which I mean, they would want to explain this, I guess. They would want to say that they didn't have like a healthy foundation when it comes to communication. And so I feel like they would try to explain that they've never really learned how to communicate without being defensive, like without they're like it becoming an ego match, and ego is just getting flared. This person lacks an ability to work with other people, and it could be different for all of you, but like for some of you, this person could have the tendency to, it's all about different ways that people can avoid accountability or really not hear someone. And I feel like there's this energy of this person really not hearing you, and it mirroring what they felt when they were younger, like with the 4 of Wands here, like just not having this foundation of harmonious and balanced communication and collaboration. They don't know how to do that. So for some of you, it could be that this person could be really defensive and argumentative. For others of you, they could be extremely conflict avoidant and they run away and hide. Because I was getting with the Hermit, the first thing was coming through that like an energy of maybe running or hiding from conflict that needs to happen. So this person could have like 2 modes, or it could be any combination, but I'm really getting that with conflict resolution is where this person really struggles. And they would admit this to you and say that they're terrified of conflict and they've never had a good example of it. And they're extremely conflict avoidant. And they're afraid to face you because they know you're right. And they are afraid of getting chewed out potentially. Like maybe that's why they avoid conflict. Or for some of you, this could be someone who shut down your attempts at being heard and like, you know, working on things or just expressing how you feel and just coming to a better place in the connection by being very defensive and egoic. Like it's one of the two is what I'm getting. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. What is the devil in reverse here? What are some of these? What are they trying to leave behind? What is this devil in reverse energy? It's a recognition that they need to improve, or that they have sort of, judgment in reverse. Like they have a tendency, look at this person really could withdraw communication. I'm getting for a lot of you that could be it, that they have this toxic habit of never sort of, again, judgment is also about accountability. They have a habit of not taking accountability and not coming to the higher truth of a situation, and taking shortcuts that prevent this person from learning from their situations. And it's like there's an energy here like of spirit explaining how like conflict can be healthy, and even the most healthy relationships have conflict. It's really about how you deal with conflict. And so this person would explain that they run away, they don't have a good solid foundation and mechanism to engage in conflict resolution to a point where it's like they're gonna see, you know, the problem. But I do feel like there's this energy of them having some level of recognition though that this is toxic, that there is probably something that they need to see, but they run away from getting the information they need to really take accountability and see the situation from a higher lens. Does that make sense? It's like they're running away from even like working on it, or because what happens sometimes when you communicate with other people, or like let's say you've done something wrong and your ego is protecting you from that, and so it can be difficult for our ego to accept when someone is calling that out, or not even calling that out, but giving us showing us the truth. Like, for example, in a non-defensive way, saying this behavior really hurt me. And, you know, I just want to say, like, you said you're going to do this and then you did that. And like, I feel hurt by that. So like, but I feel like this person, if they were really to like absorb that information, it might require them to learn a lesson. It might require them to be accountable for their past and their actions, and to come to a higher way of being, which is about judgment. And so I just feel like there's this energy here of this person explaining that they have blockages around that. I feel like this person is more likely to sort of run away. Yeah. I feel like this person has a lot of situations in life where they leave people emotionally like unsatisfied or emotionally drained, because this person may come on really quickly, but it may like reverse just as quickly with the Eight of Wands. And so I feel like this person gets themselves into situations where it could be really like passionate or really intense, but it reverses just as quickly. And it's like that spark just goes out. And then when it comes to the emotions of someone else, they're left feeling depleted and underappreciated and sort of imbalanced as well. I think this person has a tendency to leave people like that. Also at the Empress here, this person could be potentially wanting to talk about some kind of conflict that they have with their mother or a mother figure in their life. They would say like they haven't learned how to like be more reliable and like work on things. Like they would explain that they have a deficit when it comes to this. Can we clarify the Hermit? We have the Fool in reverse. I feel like your person would explain also, yeah, we have the Six of Pentacles. There's this energy of like a lack of self-reliance, which has been a theme for all of the piles today. But I feel like this look at this. This person is someone who really lacks a connection with themselves. And they would explain that they have like this toxic way of being where they really like mooch off of other people. This is the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who is kind of reckless and sort of lacks like inner wisdom, like with Judgment in reverse and like the Hermit here. It's like I feel like from a young age, they could have even had a mother that didn't hold them accountable, or like was like this person could have even been spoiled. Like that's a potential. But it's coming through as like a lack of accountability and relying on other people. And like, look at this Queen of Pentacles, like cooking with the baby, cleaning this pentacle. And it's like the baby here with the Fool in reverse. There's just this energy of this person not learning how to like actually tend how to actually put effort into something and grow it and have that patience and not this sort of reckless energy. It's like, yeah, I hope that makes sense. It's like this, and this is also Virgo energy, like with the Seven of Pentacles. Like I'm getting this vibe of this person kind of lacking like a work ethic and really lacking a lot of skills when it comes to relationships, to be honest. And they would say that they rely on, I'm getting this energy of like mommy cleans everything up for me. And so there could be a spoiled energy here, and they may have like a tendency to treat like women like that, or if it's a reverse situation, just reverse the gender. But it's just this energy of them kind of being used to having higher value, or maybe women that don't see what they deserve or allow like treatment that is below them. This is like giving me kind of a fit energy as well. Like someone that just like will throw a fit if they don't get their way, and that they've had someone to clean up after them is really what I'm getting as well. What else can you tell us about pile number 3's person? What they would say if they were honest. Yeah, it's coming through a little spoiled. We have flexible. We have not for you in reverse, and then the never ending story in reverse. And then, yeah, chop wood in reverse. I'm definitely not surprised to see chop wood in reverse, because this card is all about like follow through and like chop wood, carry water, like just showing up every day and putting the hard, non-glorious work into things. I'm getting that there's an energy here of someone very spoiled. This is someone who wants what they want, regardless of if someone says no. Like there's kind of this, there's sort of an entitled energy even coming through, where they are very stuck in like a more immature narrative. But with flexible here, I'm really getting this energy of like, if they don't get their way, or if like someone is asking them to be flexible with their ideas, or sort of like, you have to be kind of flexible when it comes to conflict resolution and relationships. This is someone who wants things the way that they want it, and they're very like, can be really rigid in that. And so it either causes them to be, again, like sort of aggressive or like very standoffish, or very avoidant, because like they're not even gonna like deal. And with not for you in reverse, yeah, there's just this energy here of them saying, like they would never tell you this though. Like, you know, they would never say these things because they're far from, I think, being able to take accountability about small things, let alone like deeper parts of themselves. But I'm really getting with this like not for you card, like inflexible. It's just this energy of, there's a very spoiled brat energy here where it's like, but I don't even want to say that. That's kind of mean. I just want, okay, it's like this. Let's say that this person grew up in a family. It doesn't have to be the situation, but just, I want to give an example. It's like, let's say this person grew up in a family where their emotional needs were not met, but they got everything they wanted when it came to like gifts. Or it's like, let's say that their parents showed up for them in a way that was like, you know, they were never around, but they threw like giant birthday parties. There's an energy here of like, when there's a giant birthday party given to, or like the parents do that for them, they throw a fit when the smallest thing is not exactly as they wanted it. But that it's not really about the party. It's more about this person feeling like that's the only time they can really express other needs that are not being met by their parents, and they don't have another avenue of kind of expressing that. So it's like, it's almost like there's like a desperation to be heard from this person. That's this like never ending story of like, even though they can get what they want in some sense, there's this feeling of holding on to almost like childlike ways of expressing like dissatisfaction or getting your needs met in ways that are not direct, right? And so I just feel like this person, if you can imagine that mode of expression as as you guys are an adult, hopefully you guys are adults, imagine how that could be problematic if you haven't since learned how to get what you want in a more direct way. And so I just think this person sort of has these like childish ways of dealing with situations, is the best way to describe it. So there's sort of an emotional immaturity here as well. So yeah. So a lot of these readings today, or like in this like topic, have been like kind of like iffy people, in my opinion. But I guess it's good for you guys to like just hear that, you know, it's not like on you guys. By the way, there's going to be an extended reading. So in the extended reading, we'll take a deeper look at what some of their like shadow elements are. Like, what is this, what's like the root of this energy, or like, why are they acting like this towards you? We're going to go deeper into this person's shadows, so you can better understand why this person is why they are the way they are. And then I just want to get like some guidance for you. We can look at what's going to happen next in the connection, or what you can expect from this person moving forward. And then we'll get some guidance for you guys and just kind of let you know whatever your spirit team wants you to know about this person, about this connection. But first, let's get some message cards. What would pile number 3's person say if they're being honest? You know what? There's a specific deck that I want to use. If I can find it quickly. Where is that deck? I have it right here. This is like, there's just a specific deck that we need to use for this person. Okay. Spirit, can we get some more messages from... Oh my gosh, a lot of them are flipping, but I'm just gonna keep going. What would they say if they were being completely honest? With pile number 3, what would they say? I kick myself for sabotaging this relationship. My life won't be the same. If I could turn back time and do it all different, I would. Hurting you is not the plan. Yeah, and so there is accountability. Okay, it says judgment. I'm making the decision to turn this around, to turn all this around once and for all. And then it says, I miss out on something so good. The next person you allow into your life is lucky. With the judgment here, I was picking up that this person is coming to some level of awareness about their issues and the way they've sabotaged the connection. So I feel like I was on to something, that this person is feeling like they're in timeout, and they're kind of reflecting on everything I've been talking about. And so, you know how it was like, just kind of like, I feel like I was being kind of harsh on them in a way, but I do feel like this person is kind of realizing their own immaturity and how they have lost out on something that is so, you know, precious. Or it's like, the more, like when you lose something like this, or like the relation, like an empress kind of figure, it's like, it's even more obvious. If you didn't treat them in a toxic way, it's like even more obvious that they have things to look at. And I think you are kind of a wake-up call for this person to kind of grow up, is what I'm getting. Can we just get a couple more messages? It wasn't you, it was me. I'm to be blamed. I accept fault for this. Okay, that's accountability. I listened to the wrong people and they were wrong about you. Okay, it says, I'm so embarrassed. I acted foolishly and I don't know how to tell you how sorry I am. I made so many bad mistakes. I hope we can have a do-over. I feel you'll never look at me the same. It's hard for me to look at myself in the mirror. Yeah, this person does feel quite a bit of shame in regards to their issues. It says, every song I hear reminds me of you. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it, you guys. So I'm going to take it into the extended again, where we'll be looking at, like, you know, after these messages, I kind of want to look at, I really want to dive into what you can expect next from this person. Like, are they going to turn this around actually? Like, does it make sense for you to expect like any changes in this person in the near future? But we'll also be giving you a better look into why this person behaves the way that they do, just so you can understand that. And then will be getting guidance for you from your spirit team. Anything you need to hear about this connection that's useful for you guys. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you guys. And if you're enjoyed it, if you could hit the like button, leave a comment. I really appreciate your guys' feedback on these readings. And if you want to see more readings from this channel, make sure you are subscribed with your notification bell on. And I hope to connect with you again soon.